is I prepared a lesson here on an outside passed pawn. All right, so in this lesson, the idea is we have an even number of pawns, but this king will be able to stop our pawn on the A file. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to hop around and capture these pawns. We're going to leave this pawn back. The biggest mistake people make is they push the pawn too early. What will happen then is the king will be able to take the pawn and make it back in time to protect their pawns. So by leaving this pawn back, then what we're going to do is we're going to keep the threat alive. Okay, Lila said she already did a lesson on passed pawns today. All right, well, we're just going to keep this one brief. I just want you guys to see how this works. All right, so now we're going to stop their pawn from advancing. We're going to kind of lock them up here. And this is the advantage of having the extra pawn. Notice I'm pushing it 1, not 2. And I'm going to kind of copy my opponent's move because eventually they're going to be without any moves to make. All right, well, here we don't want to copy because then we could get into some trouble. Notice if they take us here, we'll just simply take back. If they push the pawn, we can take them. So here we're going to push this pawn. All right, now we'll take them. Okay, now we're going to bring our king away from this pawn because we want this king to have to, okay, it's going close to it. And we're going to push this other pawn. All right, that's a tricky move. What do we do here? We need to think a little bit about this. If we take the pawn, then this pawn might run in queen. If we don't take the pawn, then they can take us and run in queen. You know what we're going to do first? We're 1, 2, 3 squares away. Either way would take them 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're definitely a little faster. We're going to throw a check in there. Okay, and now this king's going to have to choose between the two. But let's see how we do this. So it's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. So let's see, should we push the pawn? Let's give it a try. Now what? If we take, they take. All right, let's take it. It says, oops, uh-oh. Let's see if our mistake, if we lose the game or not. I think we can just back this king up, right? Now we'll take it. And we're just going to stop the other pawn. All right, and now we'll move the farthest pawn. And we're going to queen, okay? So it gets a little tricky, but we're stopping them here. We can even make another queen. We're not going to let them catch us. One thing you have to always be careful of is stalemate, right? And now just a typical ladder checkmate. It's nice to have the queens protect each other. And there we go, we won. Okay,